欢迎来到心灵机器世界。
Welcome to QUANTEC TV. In part 1 of our Holodeck Earth series, we looked at the question of how much matter we humans are made up of, and the answer was rather astounding. Today we're going to be asking how many cells make up the human body. We asked Google how many cells there are in the human body. Once again, the answer was quite a surprise. There are up to 100 trillion cells in the body of an adult human. Each of these cells is just 1/14 of a millimeter long, but if you lined them all up, the chain would be 2.5 million kilometers long. It might be easier to visualize this distance if you imagined it in these terms. The chain could reach around the equator 60 times. Surprised at the sheer number of cells in the human body? You'll be even more amazed when you hear how complex each of those cells is. If we magnify the diagram, it becomes clear that the cell, which is only 1/14 of a millimeter in size, represents a tiny cosmos with all its cell organelles and the DNA in the cell nucleus. Wikipedia tells us that the DNA of one individual is made up of 3.2 billion building blocks. And if you laid these DNA strands out in a line, it would stretch over a distance of 150 billion kilometers. That's around 1,000 times the distance between the Sun and the Earth. And yet, the length of the DNA isn't even the greatest miracle. Every cell in the body has the same DNA, be it a liver cell, skin cell, or the cells of any other organ. And yet they still know exactly what cell type they are supposed to form. Isn't that amazing? We saw in part 1 of this series how the whole humanity, 7.5 billion people, is made up of such a small volume of matter it could fit into 5 1 cubic centimeter dice. And even though each of us only has a 1 in 7.5 billion part worth of matter out of these 5 dice available to us, that's enough to provide us with everything we've learned about in this episode. In this second part of our Holodeck Earth, we have uncovered more surprising facts that could change the way we think about the human body forever. In the third part of the series, you'll learn about the physical laws that make these miracles possible in the first place. Thanks for watching.